Hey gang, welcome to week number 51 of the another 52 lick series. We did a quintuplet last week. This week we're going to do a septuplet. Same situation. What I've found in my experimenting with trying to find ways to sneak in some odd groupings of fives and sevens is that they come in handy for me in what I kind of consider the in-between tempos. Last week we talked about a slow tempo where sometimes just relying on triplets or 16th notes or double time eighth notes, if you will. That's basically all you can do, and then it just seems like there's times when we're relying on them too much. We need something in the middle to kind of help stretch things a little bit, and a quintuplet can work at this certain slower tempo. Well, a similar thing can happen in not a fast tempo and not like a medium swing, but kind of in that medium up range. And like if we're somewhere in here, the issue is triplets sound okay. Let's don't play them cleanly. And then 16th notes also sound good, but they sound a little like square, if you will, right? So when you kind of are in those medium, somewhere in there, it's nice to have something in between triplets, which might feel a hair too slow if you're trying to create a little bit more motion. And again, if you're playing a bunch of 16ths, particularly in like a rolling fashion, it can sound pretty square. So right in between that is going to be a septuplet. And I like them being a little smoother, because particularly at that kind of medium up tempo, it's easy to all of a sudden make it feel jagged. We're not trying to make it feel jagged. We're trying to make it feel smooth. So one of the ways I do that is it's basically you're going to think of it like a roll. It's just that we're going to make it a 7-note as opposed to an 8 or a 6-note roll. So the sticking that I commonly use is 1 right and then 6 doubles: left, left, right, right, left, left, crash. Sounds a little different than and different than that sort of sound. Again, I'm moving just the right around, and again, because I'm basically diddling those other 6 notes, I can smooth them out a little bit. Sometimes I'll rotate my wrists in a little bit and get a little diagonal with it. So it creates a nice rolling motion versus... But I'll vary that depending on how much intensity I want to add to it. Some things to avoid. One is make sure that you're not playing... which is 7 notes, but what you're really playing is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? We want that to land in this case on the downbeat. Although you can use that sticking at a fast tempo and play, use it as 8th notes so that you come out on the and of 4. But in this particular instance, we're trying to almost like suspend the time for a second and then come back in, and that's a nice way to do it kind of smoothly. I'll also move that the 2 rights. I might move the 2 rights to the floor. Or also creates a little bit more of a downward rolling effect. So quintuplet last week, septuplet this week. Again, we're looking for sticking patterns that sound smooth and sound like jazz language. Also looking for tempos where they really have the most impact, because either kind of more commonly accepted subdivisions, 16ths or the triplets, or triplets or the 8ths, leave you wanting, basically. So to me, those little tempo ranges is where these sorts of things work best. Explore with some more, there's obviously a lot of other sticking variations. Remember what I talked about last week with Takadeniga? There's counting systems for 7 as well. Those sorts of things help you make them even and make them sound smooth and make them sound like language, not some kind of super rigid sticking pattern that you're trying to cram into something that's supposed to swing and feel natural. Hope you enjoyed this. We're going to close out this series next week with a nod to the greatest who have ever done it. We will see you guys next week. Thanks so much. Good luck.